Everyone's going to tell you the secret to growing on YouTube is consistency. Post every week, stay consistent, eventually it clicks. Except some of the most successful channels on the platform prove that's just not true, and I can show you where it falls apart for most people. MrBeast started posting at 13, multiple videos a week for years straight, long before the consistency buzzword was popular on YouTube. And for something like 6 years, almost nobody watched them. If consistency by itself was actually key, he would have had millions of subscribers by then. So something else changed, not the schedule, but something underneath it inside of the videos. Quick thing about me before we go further. I've grown other channels before, just not this one yet. This one's brand new. But I've watched creators run straight into this exact wall enough times to know it's not bad luck, or it's not the algorithm being unfair either. And no, before you ask, you don't need expensive gear for any of this. MrBeast's early videos were about as basic as it gets, and it wasn't a bottleneck for him. Back to the real question though, what shifted for MrBeast wasn't showing up more. He was already doing that every week for years. What shifted was what he did with each video after it flopped. He looked exactly where people clicked off, changed the next title, and then cut the intro differently, tested again, same upload schedule, the whole exact time. But he would use a completely different process underneath it, changing the video to get better each time. That same pattern shows up in someone who never wanted to be on camera at all. Patty Galloway started studying YouTube as a teenager, just picking apart why one video worked and an almost identical one didn't. He wasn't posting, he wasn't building an audience, he was just noticing things nobody else bothered to. That habit is what eventually got him consulting for some of the biggest channels on the platform, including working close to MrBeast's own teams. He makes titles, thumbnails, and he also realizes the exact second retention starts dropping. Nobody hired him because he was consistent. They hired him because they saw patterns other people scrolled right past. Ali Abdaal's version of this is almost sneaky. He was a junior doctor, filming study videos on the side for years, with basically no plan, and barely any spare time to work with. What changed his channel wasn't posting more. A junior doctor doesn't have room for that. It was that every single video he got a little bit sharper, tighter explanations, cleaner editing, a slightly better read on what people would actually click on instead of assumed what they wanted. Eventually, that project turned into a business worth a lot more than his medical salary ever would have paid him. Iraq basically turned this into a formula on purpose. He had an engineering degree and decided not to use it, and treated his channel less like a hobby and more like a stack of experiments. He would set a target, try out multiple formats, look hard at what didn't land, change it, and keep going again. People love saying he blew up out of nowhere. He didn't. He was improving by a small amount constantly, while people were still deciding if posting was even worth their time. None of this needs an existing audience either. You can start doing this exact thing at 12 views. Honestly, that's the easiest time to do it. Nobody's watching closely enough for the experiments to feel embarrassing. One more thing people ask a lot is, does the algorithm actually favor small channels, or is it something people say to feel better? Genuinely, subscriber count matters way less than people think. What actually gets pushed is how well that specific video holds attention and how many people click it in the first place. A channel of 200 subscribers can be a channel of 200,000 if the video itself performs better. That's not some secret, it's just what people want to hear because it means the fix was never wait for growth, it's fix the video. So if it's not consistency and it's clearly not, it clearly wasn't for MrBeast, he would have blown up in 1 year, then what is it? It's this. Consistency just means you kept showing up. It says nothing about whether you got better while you were doing it. Every creator who actually made it wasn't consistent in the way people mean when they use that word. They were consistently changing something. A new hook, new pacing, new thumbnail, or a new structure. Based on what the last video actually taught them, not what they hoped it would do. 1% better isn't a slogan for people like this. It's closer to an actual method. Small, uncomfortable changes, video after video, based on what actually happened the last time, instead of what was supposed to happen. So if you're about to post your next video that exact same way you posted the last one, that's the actual thing we're fixing, not your schedule and not your gear, what you're actually willing to change once you see you didn't work. So if you like more content like this, you should subscribe because I'm going to make more YouTube growth videos later on.